hindi pagkakamali yun, okay yun. Ayan. Basta next time, pagpapasok kayo, ma'am, confidence lang. Yung parang bahay mo, para di ka mapagkakamalan. Nalika sa akin, ma'am. It works every time.
Sir, kinabahan ako konti dun, sir.
Huwag
Kala ko
kang
ano
kabahan
yung
doon, ma'am. Confidence lang, ma'am. Confidence. Kasi pag tumingin ka kaliwa kanan, mamumuka ka talaga doon. Pero kapag pumasok ka ng confidence, parang bahay mo yun. Hindi ka mapapansin doon.
first time ko
Nalika sa akin, ma'am.
ginawa yun, sir. Need lang.
Saka okay lang yun, ma'am. Ano yan, everyone sa first time. Naman nakakita sa'yo eh.
Wala, sir.
Pag
Wala.
pag may nakakita, sabi mo, bahay ko to eh. Ano gawin mo? Ganun lang.
Sige,
Okay lang
sige.
yan. Yan. Good morning sa lahat. Yan. Linggo ngayon. Okay? So naririnig ko kanina yung tatanong kay ma'am, yes po. Ako po ay sinabihan na mag-ratio po sa inyo actually. Kaya po hindi tayo nagle-lecture. Nawin ko po, no? Kaya tayo ay Q&A type. Tama rin po si ma'am, that's around 600. Okay? Kung matapos, matapos. Pag hindi, okay lang. Okay po? Kaya yun po ang pinaka-kwento po natin, no? Tapos, yes po, we are trying na every day is 200. Pero kung hindi naman natin maabutan, okay lang naman din. Okay, ibibigay ko yung sagot ng hindi na natapos, no? Tapos bibigay din ako ng handout, ha? Okay? So, yun. Okay? Linggo ngayon, so marami ako ngayong ini-expect na mag-iiwan ng kanilang cellphone. Tapos magpapahinga. Linggo eh. Sarap matulog. Tapos may bagyo pa. Kaya talagang malamig sa pakiramdam. No? So with that, start na tayo. No? Good morning sa lahat. Okay? Sa mga nagtatanong po, ako po si Enzo po. Yan. Nice to meet you po again. Let's start na. Okay? So yung mga kahapon na naulit na tatanong, hindi natin ulitin. Nagtapos tayo ng 172. Now we are at 173. Okay po. Anong area po ito? Ito po ay crime detection and investigation, which is 15% in the board exam, which comprises of 9 subjects and is considered as the most practical and application part of the board exam. Pag ikaw ay lecturer ng CDI, kailangan mong maunawaan na kapag ikaw ay lecturer ng CDI, you practically know everything but master of none ka. Hindi ka makapagtuturo ng CDI na hindi ka marunong ng law, nang hindi ka marunong ng criminalistics, nang hindi ka marunong ng LEA at hindi ka marunong ng sosyo. Mas mahirap magturo ng CDI ng hanggang lecture type ka lang o yung hanggang libro ka lang. Kailangan nagagamit mo yung knowledge sa CDI para maturo mo siya effectively. Mahirap magturo ng interrogation na hindi ka pa nakapag-interrogate, no? Mahirap magturo ng interview na hindi ka pa nakapag-interview. Kaya yan ang CDI. O yun, 20% na pala. Thank you very much. With the new curriculum. So with that, okay, let's continue. What stage of drunkenness is around 8 p.m.? Okay? Ano daw ang stage of drunkenness ng 8 p.m.? Silipin natin kung ano ang 8 p.m. Started drinking at 8 p.m. Nagsimula ng mamula ang muka. So that is slight inebriation. Number 174, that is delta. Slight inebriation. Now, what is the best place to plant, cultivate, and harvest drugs? Saan ang pinakamaganda na magtanim ng droga at mag-harvest ng droga? Kapag ikaw ay tinanong kung saan magandang magtanim, saan magandang mag-harvest ng drugs, there is only one place to be. Okay? It's the place where the fun starts. And that is Alpha sa Middle East. Afghanistan is top 1 in hashish, followed only by Myanmar. In Afghanistan, opium is one of the main natanim. Kaya 174, Alpha, Middle East. Next, 175, Heaven's Dust, White Girls. Stardust is one of the strongest short-acting stimulants. It is taken orally, injected, or sniffed. Yan ang isa sa pinakamagandang droga, and that is cocaine. Okay? Sir, good morning po. Tanong lang po, ibibigay niyo po ba yung PowerPoint presentation? Ikinalulungkot kong ipagbigay alam sa'yo, wala akong PowerPoint presentation nito. Ito na yung mismong questionnaire na sinasagutan ko. Okay, ibibigay ko sa inyo yung kopya ng questionnaire. Okay po, ibibigay ko po yung kopya ng questionnaire. Okay po. Pero kung kayo po ay papakinggan niyo po ako, mas maganda po na mag-focus kayo doon sa lecture and sa explanation rather than yung actual paper. Because yung paper, madaling ma-reproduce, madaling mahingi. Pero yung idea, yung explanation, hindi. You are here not for the paper, but for the explanation. No, sa akin na naman yun. Next, 176. Ang quantity ng droga para ma-analyze ay not more than 5 grams per package bag. Yes, not more than 3 tablets. Apo. Not more than 50 for liquid solution. And not more than 10 grams. Okay, that's correct. 176 is Charlie. Yang nakikita nyo na yan, sa 176, yan lang yung rami na kailangan para sa processing ng drugs for the confirmatory test. Okay? Para ma-confirm kung okay ba or kung anong droga yung nakikita. Ang tawag mo doon ay confirmatory test. Okay? Now, let's continue. 177. Umiinom daw yung lecturer ng cobra para palakasin. Ang cobra ay stimulant. Yung lecturer mo nagpapakita ng psychological dependence. Anong uri ng drug user ang inyong lecturer? Kapag ang tao ay nainom ng droga para makuha niya yung kanyang gusto, that is called alpha or situational users. Now, short discussion. Yan. Now, sa inyong juvenile, ang tawag ninyo ay CICL. Hindi mo na tinatawag na juvenile delinquent. Ang tawag mo na ngayon ay CICL o Children in Conflict with the Law. Sa CORAD, ang tawag mo na ngayon ay PDL, which is Person Deprived of Liberty. Dati, inmate. It's the same with drugs. Sa drug education, ang old term ay drug addiction. Now, it's no longer drug addiction. The new term is drug dependence. Yan na ngayon ang new term. Hindi na po drug addiction ang ginagamit, drug dependence. Kaya ang tawag nila ngayon sa mga addict sa droga, hindi na addict. Ang tawag na ngayon ay dependent. Although ang addiction, ang ibig sabihin ng addiction ay severe craving for one's drug. Okay? You have two types of dependence. You have two types of dependence. You have the physical dependence and you have the psychological dependence. Under psychological dependence, meron tayong tinatawag na habitualization. When you say habitualization, by habit, nakasanayan mo. Halimbawa, sa mga nakikinig sa akin ngayon dito sa group chat, meron ditong mga tao na hindi kayang mabuhay ng walang kape sa umaga. Bakit ka nagkakape sa umaga? Nagkakape ka sa umaga kasi pag di ka nakainom, parang pakiramdam mo nanghihina ka. Pero deep inside, lahat yan nasa isipan mo lang. Yung isipan mo lang ang naghahanap ng kape, kaya mo iniinom. Iniinom mo siya, in short, by habit. Ang tawag sa habitualization ay psychological dependence. Okay? Ito yung looking for a specific mindset. Kapag sinabi mong physical dependence, bang-usapan na yan. Ang nangangati na sa physical dependence ay yung iyong laman, yung iyong buto, yung iyong katawan. Okay? Isa sa mga signs ng physical dependence ay yung addiction. Na kapag ikaw ay addiction and there is a stop on the frequency of taking drugs, withdrawal syndrome takes place. Ibig sabihin yan, kapag ikaw daw ay naka-addict at bigla kang tuminto, hanapin ng katawan mo. Ang tawag doon ay withdrawal. Okay? And another term of physical dependence is nagkakaroon ka ng tolerance where the body develops immunity to a certain level of drugs. Sasanay yung katawan mo. The body gets used to or is accustomed to the drug. Ibig sabihin, nasasanay yung katawan mo dun sa droga. Pag nasanay yung katawan mo dun sa droga, ay yun, titira ka ng mas marami. Okay? Sir, tanong lang po, saan po dinadala yung mga drugs na nahuhuli or nakukuha sa mga drug pusher or drug user? Thank you very much for the wonderful question, ma'am. Ang droga po na nahuhuli, once po yan ay madala po sa court, there is an ocular inspection that occurs within 72 hours. Then ginagamit yung a part of that to confirm what type of drug was actually captured. Then as much as possible, ang drug po agad ay automatically disposed by means of burning. Sinusunog po agad yan. Okay? Yun po ang ginagawa sa mga nahuhuling droga. Okay po? Now, going back to the topic, yan po yung physical dependence and psychological dependence. Kapag tinanong ka, pakitype sa chat, ano ang mas malala? Psychological dependence or physical dependence? Sige nga, pakitype sa chat sa palagay nyo. Ano ang mas malala? Physical dependence or psychological dependence? Pakitype sa chat. I-try. Very good. Thank you very much for answering. Yes. Ang pinakamasaklap dyan is yung physical dependence. Okay? Let's continue. 178. Ano daw ang level of dosage at the fourth day? Ang kanyang fourth day ay uminom pa siya and nalason na siya. 178, nalason na siya. That is toxic dose. 178 is Bravo. 178 is Bravo. Toxic dose. Ano ang kulay ng opium sa Marquis test? This falls more on forensic chemistry, pero sometimes it appears sa CDI. Ang kulay po ng opium sa Marquis test, ang kulay po ng opium sa Marquis test is purple. Ayun, purple nga. Purple, the color of Barney. Purple. Okay? Next. 180. Ang heroin, LSD at marijuana ay nandito daw sa category na ito. Sabi ng Controlled Substance Act of 1970, lahat daw to ay may high potential for drug abuse and illegal na magkaroon sa kanilang possession. That would be Schedule 1, S1. Okay? Ngayon, dati ito yung classification ng drugs, yung per schedule. Schedule 1 to Schedule 5. Schedule 3, Schedule 4, Schedule 5. Kapag Schedule 1, ito yung pinaka nakaka-dependent na droga. Yung Schedule number 5, ito yung list na pinaka nakaka-dependent. Yung Schedule 3, ito naman yung possible for dependence. Ito yung less likely to be dependent. Then ito yung probable for dependence. Kasi yung schedule na yan, ang sinusukat niyan is gaano nakaka-addict yung droga. And usually, lahat ng mga ipinagbabawal na droga nasa Schedule 1. Yan yung Controlled Substance Act of 1970. The Schedule 1, pinaka nakaka-addict, tapos pababa, less na nakaka-addict. Okay? Next. It is derived from Claviceps purpurea. Acid, ang pinakamalakas na hallucinogen, 181. That is LSD. Next, 182. Sino daw or ano daw sa violation ng 9165, bawal daw mag-probation, 968, except for the following. Among the following, sino lang daw ang exempted? Sino ang exempted dito pwedeng mag-avail ng probation? That is Delta, kasi second time. LSD is lysergic acid diethylamide. LSD, kahapon sabi na natin yan. Sige, okay lang. Type natin. LSD. Lysergic acid diethylamide. Okay? Next. Sir, pa-elaborate po sa choices sa 181. Thanks po. Discuss natin kahapon yan. Okay, sige, balikan natin. Sige, balikan natin to. Balikan natin. Yan. Okay? Lahat na nakikita mo dyan, yung apat na yan, lahat yan ay called na hallucinogen. When we say hallucinogen, yung apat na yan, ang hallucinogen is a type of drug that alters perception. Okay? Sa apat na yan, LSD or lysergic acid diethylamide is considered as the strongest hallucinogen. Comes from Claviceps purpurea. Then you have mescaline. Mescaline is a cactus, a peyote cactus. It's also known as STP for serenity, tranquility, and peace. 3. Psilocybin. Psilocybin comes from a mushroom. Hence, it is called the magic mushroom. Finally, 4 is marijuana. Marijuana can be also known in many variants such as the 3 or 5 fingers. Pero ang pinaka nakaka-addict, of course, is yung 5 fingers. Ano ang meron sa marijuana? Yung tinatawag na THC o tetrahydrocannabinol. It is also known as the assassins of youth, being the drug that is most commonly used by kabataan. Next, ano pa ang meron sa marijuana? Ang marijuana, ang pure one is called hashish. Okay? So, okay na tayo sa 181, ha? Thank you very much. Okay, let's continue. 182, Delta. Hindi kasama ang second time offender na for probation. Dapat first time. Next, 183. Anong uri daw kapag dumaan sa vagina ang drugs? Anong uri ng drug ang dumadaan sa vagina? That would be alpha suppository. Ang tawag sa apat na yan is routes of drug administration. Ang tawag sa 183 ay routes of drug administration. Meaning, in Filipino, dinadaanan ng droga. So you have oral ingestion, the most common. You have the injection, which is the fastest. Okay? Meron kang tatlong uri niyan. Yung sa balat, subcutaneous. Yung sa muscle ay intramuscular. And yung sa dugo, yung sa daloy ng dugo, sa ugat, which is IV or intravenous. Then meron kang topical. Topical is pinapahid, parang per cream. Usually applied in the skin. Then you have 4, iontophoresis, which is through electrical currents applied in the skin. 5, you have buccal, which is usually it stays at the buccal cavity. So madaling sabi sa gum sa gilagid. Ang itsura ng buccal in real life is ganito. Tingin sa camera. Yung halimbawa, ilagay mo yung tableta dito sa may gilagid, gaganyan mo. Tapos nag-i-stay dito sa gilagid. Pag nag-stay yung tableta dito sa gilagid, gaganto-ganto mo lang siya para tumama. Nawala ulit yung tama, titirahin mo lang ulit yung gilagid mo. Then you have 6, suppository, which is through the anus. Kung babae, pwedeng vagina. Okay? Then you have 7, you have snorting or sniffing, which is usually solid material, solid or liquid material through the nose. Then you have 8, inhalation, which is smoke through the nose. Yan ang tinatawag natin na routes of drug administration. Meaning, ganyan tinitira ang droga. Ganyan siya ini-introduce sa system ng tao. Kasi sometimes sa ibang libro, di nila ginagamit yung parang routes of drug administration. Ang ginagamit nila minsan is introduction through the body. Okay? Or administering or use. Kaya yan po ang mga dinadahanan. Okay po. Thank you very much po. Sabi ko na yung sa 181, ma'am. Thank you very much po sa pagtatanong. Next po. Ito daw ang king of all drugs, which is widely used and socially accepted. That's none other than alcohol. Yes, please take note of the following. Please take note of the following. Meron tayong most abused drug, which is alcohol. And finally, meron tayong tinatawag na most abused prohibited drug, which is shabu. Okay? Most abused drug is alcohol. Most abused prohibited drug, sagot ay shabu. Okay? Now, let's continue. The following has a penalty of 12 years and 1 day to 20 years and a fine ranging from 300. So lahat ng mabababa yan. Okay? So lahat ng mabababa. Okay? Ang tamang sagot sa 185, that is all delta. Lahat yan ay 12 years and 1 day to 20 years. Opium, sir. Ang opium po ay considered as mother of all drugs. Ang opium po is mother of all drugs. Pero most abused drug is alcohol. Most abused prohibited drug is shabu. Okay pa? Thank you very much. Okay, let's continue. 186. Si Sanji may sipon. On the 5th, what level of dosage was he at the second day? The second day, he doesn't feel that the medicine works. So he increased the dosage and it made him feel better without any side effects. Ang tawag mo diyan kapag nag-increase ka ng level ng gamot pero wala pang side effect. That would be maximal dose. Kahapon na-explain natin yan. Maximal dose is the greatest amount to produce without side effects. Okay? 187. Ginagamit for cough syrup. Tulad na nabanggit natin kahapon, yan yung bunsong anak. Sa anak ng opium, that is codeine. Okay? That is codeine. Okay? Next. 188. Stimulants ang cocaine, amphetamine, shabu, and ecstasy. Yes. Kanina nabanggit natin, hallucinogen, LSD. Yes. 188, the answer is Charlie. Next. Okay, ano muna ang tanong sa 189? Silipin natin. Is drinking alcohol generally a crime? Okay, mga manginginom, labas. Ang pag-inom daw ba ng alak ay krimen? Ang pag-inom daw ba ng alak ay krimen? Sagot. Very good. Nice one. Ang bilis. Ang pag-inom po ng alak ay hindi po krimen. Hindi po krimen ang pag-inom ng alak. Yung gagawin mo pagkatapos mong malasing, yon ang malamang na krimen. Yes, mali. Anong good for the body? No. Alcohol is good for the soul. For the body, it's harmful. Pati liver, diabetes, alak, good for the soul. Okay, ika nga eh. Watashi wa kokoro. Watashi no tamashi. It's about the soul, man. Next, 190. Mood-altering drug. For the purpose or to which the drug is indicated. Other for the purpose, ang paggamit ng droga sa hindi niya dapat na paggamit at ang paggamit ng sobra-sobra na nakakapanakit na ng katawan. 190 ay abusado sa droga. Diba? You give alcohol a bad name. Next, 191, kalamay. Yes, there's only one drug that's the street name of kalamay. However, nakalagay dito, it is dark brown in color and bitter in taste. Nakalagay na kung ano yung description ng gamot. Ang tawag mo sa droga na yan, sinuro ko kahapon, that is opium. 191 is Bravo. Yan yung katas ng opium. Next, 192. Yun, kakabanggit ko lang kanina. Magic mushroom. Ang magic mushroom is none other than psilocybin. 192 is Charlie. Okay? Next. 193. What stage of drunkenness is seen around 10 p.m.? Silipin natin kung ano ang 10 p.m. 10 p.m. Nag-argue ang tao at nagyayabang. Anong stage ng pagkalasing yan? Nagyayabang na. Nagsisimula na. Okay? That is not drunk. Okay? Pero thank you very much for your try. That is called Charlie. Moderate inebriation. That is second stage pa lang. Mayabang pa lang. That is second stage. 193 is Charlie. Moderate inebriation. Okay? The biggest producer of cannabis in the Middle East. Isa lang yan. Ang pinakamalaking producer ng cannabis sa Middle East ay pag sinagot mo Middle East, sabog ka. Saan nga sa Middle East eh? And isa lang dyan ang nasa Middle East. Very good. Beirut, Lebanon. 194 is Charlie. Ito daw ay paggamot sa mga minor cases ng mental depression at ADHD. Yes, ginagamit din tong gamot para sa tinatawag na narcolepsy. Ginagamit din tong 195 para sa gamutin ang tinatawag na narcolepsy. Narcolepsy is the inability to stay awake. Narcolepsy ang kakayahan o ang sakit na hindi ka magising-gising, hindi ka manatili na gising, lagi kang inaantok. Ano ang tawag sa gamot niyan? Isa lang ang gumagamot niyan and that is letter 195, very good. That is Bravo, amphetamine. Next, 196. Okay? The use of dangerous drugs for first offense ranging from 6 years and 1 day. Wrong. First offense is 6 months. Ito, 6 months rehab. Second use is 6 years. Yan, very good. Ang tamang sagot dyan, 196 ay Delta. Delta yan, baliktad. Ang unang gamit ng droga, 6 months. Pangalawang gamit ay sagad. 6 years and 1 day to 12 years. 196. Next, 197. Yung naniniwala ka sa 197, ang droga ay bahagi ng buhay mo. You cannot live without drugs. Yan yung mga nakikita mo, yung mga naka-t-shirt, nakasuot ng peace sign, tapos may sign ng marijuana. Yan, yung mga tropa mo na ganyan. Ang mga kanta nila, mga reggae, para talagang relax na relax. Diba? So, Tamulay! Under the moon, thank God that I'm breathing. Yan, yung mga tumutugtog ng reggae. Para peaceful na peaceful. Okay, anong tawag sa mga yan? 197. It's more than just a drug. It's a part of life. It's a way of life. Ang tawag sa 197 ay hippies. 197 ay delta. Ang droga ay bahagi ng buhay ng tao. Next, 198. Ito daw ay may street name na bala at ginagamit pampatulog. 198, nandun na ang sagot. Ginagamit pampatulog. It is also known as sleeping pill. 198 is Charlie, barbiturate. Next, 199. So 199, ang Dangerous Drug Board daw ay may 12 ex-officio members galing sa Department of Justice, Department of Health, Department of National Defense, Department of Finance, Department of Labor and Employment, Department of Interior and Local Government, Department of Social Welfare and Development, Department of Foreign Affairs, Department of Education, Commission on Higher Education, New Youth Commission, and finally, President, the Drug Enforcement Agency. Yes. Statement 1 is correct. Statement 2, regular members, yes. Tapos, permanent consultant ang NBI, yes. 199, both are correct. Both are correct. Yan ang composition ng Dangerous Drug Board. Okay? Next, 200. Kapag ang tao daw ay 0.05 or less, hindi pa siya lasing. Kapag 0.15 or more, lasing na siya. Yes, that is correct. Statement. Number 200. Both are correct. Tinanong one time sa board exam yan. Anong test yan? What test daw yan? Ang tawag dyan is analysis of blood test. For 200, yung nakikita nyo na yun na 0.05, 0.15, that is analysis of blood test. Number 200, Charlie. Okay? Number 200, Charlie. Okay? Next. Number 201. Si Sanji ay may cough and colds 5th day. What caused his death? Ang tanong sa inyo dito, sa 201, ano ang nagdulot ng pagkakamatay ni Sanji? Sa 201, ano ang nagdulot ng pagkakamatay? Alpha daw ba? Bravo? Charlie? Or Delta? Okay, thank you very much. Ang nagdulot sa kanya is pagkalason. Ang tawag sa rami ng gamot ay lethal dose. So it's not letter A. If it's not letter I, definitely it's not letter D. Ang pumatay sa kanya ay Charlie. Very good. 201 is Charlie. Ang pumatay sa kanya yung lason ng droga. Ang tawag sa rami, kaya naging lason ay lethal dose. Ang tawag o ang lethal dose ay bahagi ng tinatawag mo na drug overdose. 201 is Charlie. Next. 202. Ang PIDEA ay headed ng undersecretary with the rank of DG appointed by the President. Tama. Statement number 2, head of PIDEA is assisted by dalawang Deputy Director General with the rank of Assistant Secretary, 1 for Ops and 1 for Admin. Yes, that is correct. 202, both statements are correct. Ang PIDEA ay headed ng Undersecretary with the rank of DG and ang head ng PIDEA ay may dalawang deputy, the same with PNP. 1 for Ops, 1 for Admin. 202, Charlie. Next. 203. Ano ang pinakamagandang test para mag-take kapag gusto mong malaman kung naka-amphetamine. That is 203 alpha marketes. 204. Try to answer 204. Try to answer 204. Please type the letter of the correct answer in the chat. Ito yung amount taken at one time. 204. Ito yung rami ng droga na tinake mo sa isa. Pagkakataon. Okay? Go. Yan. Linggo ngayon. Tapos medyo mahangin sa labas. Pero maalinsangan sa loob ng bahay. Ramdam mo ang init at ang mahangin. 204. Very good. Charlie. Charlie. Masaklap yan. R-cream ka na. Top-notcher ka na. Di ka pa marunong mag-spelling. That is sadness. Next, 205. Meron daw siyang street name ng Dreamer or Emma and one of the most important alkaloids. Nandyan na ang sagot, 205. Isa lang dyan ang letter M. 205, alpha. That is morphine. One of the most important alkaloids. Kapag nanganganak ang babae, siyempre, wala naman nanganganak na lalaki, no? Delikado yon, di ba? Ang tawag sa tinuturok na sa babae na injection, yung sa may spinal cord nila, para gising sila habang iniire, that is morphine. Kaya nga kaastig yung mga nanay ninyo eh. Nakaramdam ng sakit yan kahit nakamorphine eh. Ganyan kasakit ang mga naktol. No? Kaya masakit yon ha? Masakit ang mga nak. Kaya boys, ha? Kontrolin. Next, 206. Assassins of youth and one of the oldest drugs in the world. Very good. 206, marijuana. Next, 207, ayun yung tanong. What stage of drunkenness is around 12 p.m.? Let's check what is 12 p.m. 12 p.m. Oh, wala. Pero ito yung pinakamalapit. 12. Kasi 10 p.m. yun eh. 12 p.m. Confused. Behavior is irregular. Okay, very good. That is drunk. 207. That is drunk. Yes. Lasing ka na. Yan. 208. Lahat ng mga sumusunod daw sa 208 ay pinagmumulan ng cocaine. Alin ang pinaka-main source ng cocaine? Madali lang yan. Kung nasaan si Escobar, nandun yon. And Escobar is in Colombia or was in Colombia. Ngayon nasa kabilang buhay na Colombia. Ang Colombia ay sikat sa cocaine. Namatay si Escobar na head ng cartel ng tinatawag natin na ng Medellin cartel. Ang pumalit ay yung Cali cartel, dati rin yung mga tao. Kung kilala si Escobar sa takot, ang Cali cartel ay kilala pagiging gentleman. Ika nga nila sa history. Next, ito ay may speed. Shasha. It can be orally inhaled, sniffed, or injected. Pervitin in German, Benzedrine in USA. It's called in the Philippines. And in Japan, 209, shabu. Abu pa, 209 is alpha. Alpha po yan. Ang Pervitin, Benzedrine, is shabu in Filipino and Japanese. Shabu. Ang plea bargaining ba ay applicable sa drug case? Ang plea bargaining ba, pag tumingin ka ng RA 9165, nakalagay doon, no, hindi applicable ang plea bargaining. However, merong Department Order Justice na pwede na ang mag-plea bargaining sa drug case. 210 is alpha. Usually, you can plea bargain sa mga cases ng drugs na less than 1, na usually ha, marami kasi yun eh, na less than 1 gram. Mga 0.01 gram, dun pwede ka na mag-plea bargain doon. Next, 211. Dahil nagka-quarantine, may shortage ng drugs. Pero may sarili kang supply. Ano ang tawag mo sa 211? yung meron kang sariling supply ng droga. Para sa kapanahon ng kagipitan, meron ka ng gamit. Lahat ng tao kating-kati, pero ikaw may sarili kang supply. 211, that is very good. Charlie, hardcore addict. 212, yung pinakamahirap na mag-withdrawal ka. That is second hand. 212, bravo. Sir, applicable po ba ang plea bargaining sa accessory lang po? Thank you very much for your question. Nung binasa ko yung original na order, wala akong nabasa doon na accessory. Or to the best of my ability, I don't remember yung term na accessory. Usually yung mga applicable for plea bargaining na nakita ko is usually mga principal, usually by principal by direct participation, na yung hawak nilang grams ay less than 1. Okay? Kaya yon. Thank you very much though for the question. Okay? Next, for 211, pwede pa explain 211. 211, thank you very much. Okay, explain natin. Kapag sinabi natin na situational user, okay, the person is only looking towards the particular or specific effect. Halimbawa, gusto mong maging hyper, tumira ka ng cobra. Ang tawag sa iyo, situational user. Halimbawa, driver ka ng jeep. Mahirap ang magbiyahe ngayon, mahirap ang mamasada ngayon. Kaya ang ginawa mo, para mamasada ka, ay nagshabu ka muna. Shot lang muna ng shabu ba, pampagising. Para sa biyahe, ang tawag sa iyo, situational user. Okay? Next. Ang tawag naman natin kapag nag-try for curiosity, ang tawag ay spree user. Uses for fun and or curiosity. Ang tawag mo naman sa kanila ay spree user. Okay, gumagamit. Okay? Huwag kang matakot sumubok. Okay? Kaya mo yan. Ito, konti lang naman. Tawag yan spree user. Kapag hippie, ang hippie is they believe people who believes that drugs is an integral part of their life. Pag hippie, naniniwala ka na ang droga ay bahagi ng buhay mo. It's more than just usage, it's a belief. Then finally, hardcore. Ang hardcore users, sa pinakamadaling paliwanag, they have their own supply and logistics. Okay? For 211, okay? Okay, thank you very much. Next, let's continue. $213. Sumusunod ay may life penalty, life imprisonment. Lahat yan. Puro lagpas eh. Lahat yan. 213, 213 is delta. 213 is delta. Next, 214. Alin ang mga sumusunod sa 214 ay paraan para magamot ang alcoholism. Maliban sa 214, amputation. Kapag sinabing amputation, may pinutol. Okay, that's the medical term for cutting a limb. Okay, one by one. Amputation. Ang amputation is cutting of an external limb for preservation of life. Medical term. Kapag halimbawa, pinuntahan mo, the criminal term is mutilation. Next, meron tayong tinatawag na alcoholics anonymous. When we say alcoholic anonymous, gathering of alcoholics whose identity is kept secret and they talk about each of their experiences. Ang tawag dyan ay Alcoholics Anonymous. Kapag sinabi naman nating aversion, ang aversion is first, drinking, a vomiting fluid, followed by alcohol to condition someone that drinking is bad. Sa aversion, ang ginagawa, pinapainom ka muna ng parang nakakasuka na liquid. Tapos saka ka papainumin ng alak, tapos papainumin ka ulit ng liquid na nakakasuka para masana yung utak mo na yung alak na masama sa katawan. Ang tawag doon ay aversion. And finally, of course, psychotherapy. The psychotherapy method is combination of therapies and psychology sessions to cure addiction or to cure alcoholism. So, iyan po yan lahat. Okay? Yan po yan lahat. Let's continue. 215, drug addiction, drug dependence can be identified by. Okay? Try nyong sagutan. Try nyong sagutan yung number 215. Try nyong sagutan yung number 215. Okay? Try nyong sagutan yung 215. Go! I feel your eyes in the morning sun. I feel you touch me in the pouring rain. And the moment that you wander far from me. Okay, Charlie. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, 215. Drug addiction, drug dependence can be best defined as very good. Ang 215, that is Charlie. Severe craving of the drug. Letter B is tolerance. B is tolerance. Yan ang meaning ng tolerance. Itong Bravo. This one, itong Bravo. Ito ang meaning ng tolerance. Delta. Ito ang meaning ng habituation. Okay? Next. 216. What level of dosage was he at the third day? Third day. Further increase and making his face look ugly. Ano na ang tawag doon sa third day na yon? That is 216. That is Charlie. Abusive dose na ang tawag doon. 216, that is Charlie. Abusive dose na yan. Next. 217. Ano ang meron sa 217? 217, yan. Ang PDEA Academy ay headed ng director. Yes. With superintendent. Yes. Appointed by PDEA Director General. Yes. Shall be established in either Baguio or Tagaytay. Yes, both are correct. 217, Charlie. And finally, naulit lang, ano ang color ng opium sa Marquis test? 218, alpha. Yes. Finally, 218 is alpha. Finally, we are now at fire protection and arson investigation. Okay? Students, gayahin natin yung ginawa natin kahapon. 'Di ba kahapon ang lunch break natin alas 11. So mag-lunch break na tayo ngayong alas 11, then resume tayo ng 12. Gawin natin yung ginawa nangyari kahapon. Kasi 'di ba kahapon ang nangyari alas 11 tayo nag-lunch break? 'Di ba? So ngayon gayahin din natin alas 11 na rin tayo mag-lunch. Then ang resume natin ay alas 12. Okay? Okay ba tayo mga tol? Yan. Tapos sakto yan. Kasi gusto kong simulan yung fire ng presko tayo lahat. Fire is the most technical subject of CDI. Yan ang puro science. Okay? Yan yung ano, pagtapos nito, arsonista na kayo. Okay? Gagawin ko kayong mga arsonista. Okay, lunch break muna tayo ha. Okay? Kasi ito na, alala, nasanay na ako eh. Na alas 11 yung lunch break eh. Saka sakto lang din naman kasi may ininom akong gamot eh. May masama kasi pakiramdam ko eh. Okay? Sige mga tol ha, lunch break muna tayo ha. Let's resume ha. Okay? Okay. Sige, sige. Thank you very much. Resume tayo ha. Resume 12 o'clock. Okay? Ma'am, nandiyan po kayo ma'am. Tapos ma'am. Ma'am, resume po tayo 12 o'clock.
Yes po, yes po.
Okay. Stop ko muna
Re-record
yung
ko na.
sharing ha.
Yes
Yan.
po.
Okay, see ya 12 o'clock ha. Kain mo na lunch.
Ganda.